technically everyone knows what Heathens talk is, but this is more of a different segment. It's more Meet the Heathens, right? So instead of asking people like from the outside of world of esports, we want to give the spotlight to individuals within our family to kind of let them know who they are, right? We want to start with you only because your name is Legend, and we want to know more of who you are, right? Everyone's confused of why you retired, why you left the scene of Call of Duty abruptly out of nowhere. You know, first of all, you gotta let them know who you are first. Who's Legend, who's Gabe.
For sure. So as many of you guys know me, Legend is what I go by. My actual name is Gabe. My real friends, MJ, all of them call me Gabe. That's my actual name. I played sports my whole life, Recently, I was playing COD competitively under Lethal Esports, which was an affiliated team with Heathens. It was me, Happy, Ari, and Seven when we started off. Yeah, I mean, I'm 22. I live in San Francisco, like by San Francisco in the Bay Area.
22. Hold on. 20. What? I thought you were 25, bro. Oh my gosh.
Alan is 25, I believe. 24, 25.
Good.
Wait, can you hear me well, by the way?
No. That's good. No, you're perfect, bro. You're perfect. I can hear you.
No, yeah, I'm 22. Alan is 25, I believe, and now Larry's 27, 28. I don't know. It's hard to keep track, honestly. But yeah, I'm from the Bay Area. Pretty much about me, just made my way up in the competitive scene for COD, and ended up retiring for many reasons that we'll probably discuss. Yeah.
You started with Fortnite first, didn't you?
I started with Fortnite when I was a sophomore in college, actually. I went to Academy of Art University, which is a private university in San Francisco. Got a scholarship for soccer there. Studied there for 2 years. Didn't really like it. I remember seeing my roommate play Fortnite, and I was like, this game looks so dumb. And he's like, dude, just try it. It's free. So I was like, oh, it's free. All right. Many games weren't free back then. Like Fortnite kind of created that way. You know what I mean?
Shit. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to give it. It's free. Why not? So I gave it a try, and I just became addicted, bro. Like I just got into it. And that's when I learned about competitive Fortnite, and I started getting into that. And I grew a following, actually, like on Instagram. I had like 1.5, 1.6K. Like I grew a following off Fortnite. My Twitch grew.
On Fortnite too?
On Fortnite, yeah. I would stream Fortnite. People would watch. Like I grew a good fan base in Fortnite. I kind of lost that when I moved to COD, because COD is all Twitter.
Yep.
So I had to create a new Twitter. Started from 0 followers, I don't know what I'm at right now, but I did the same process that I did with Fortnite with COD, and yeah.
Wait, what made you move to COD?
Fortnite kind of I think it just died down, honestly, a little bit. And I played Call of Duty my whole life, so I've been playing since like Modern Warfare 2 when I was an 8th grader, so like I just didn't know the competitive side to it. And I remember I just, Modern Warfare had came out, and I would play it here and there. I was living in Texas at the time with my girl and one of my friends, Trey, which was Mercy, as you know. And he bought the game, and I would just play it, and I started liking it. Like I would play pubs. And then I remember, Optimus Prime, right? He's the one that actually told me, because I followed him on Instagram. I don't know, maybe Fortnite. I don't know how, but he's like, "Yo, I'm about to try out for a team. You could come try out." And it was Abyss Esports, and Trix was the captain. And I ended up trying out. They liked me. It was my first competitive anything in COD. And I ended up taking this kid called Grizz's spot. He ended up leaving the team, and I started just grinding COD, like competitive.
Wait, you said Grizz?
Not the same Grizz, different.
Oh, I was like, yo, no way he got booted twice.
No, Grizz is a super cool dude from Abyss, though. He just, I guess, like, he just knew he was gonna bench and just didn't want to sit on the bench as anyone would, And yeah, we competed in Abyss. It was like a mid, like it's a low end tier team, right? Like I was just starting off. I couldn't hang, bro. Like I wasn't that good. Like it was my first time playing competitive. And after I joined Excalibur, which was a little better team, and I just kept grinding, dude. Just kept making my way up, and that's when I met you guys in Heathens.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it, but I kind of joined just because I was kind of over it, the whole, just everything, and so I joined for fun because my brother, Alan, was on a team, and also my best friend Blitz, which is Isaiah, he was also on the team. And I know at the beginning they didn't really want me on a team because they didn't know if I was going to stick it out.
Yeah.
But I ended up joining at the time.
The weird thing is, like, I didn't even know that you and Alan were brothers until we talked about the merch, and I found out about your name and his last name, and I was like, by any chance are you guys related? And you're like, yeah, he's actually my older brother. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? When did that happen? Of course, I mean, I know what that happened. Just no one said anything, right? And from what Alan said before, on our first episode together, was he didn't want to use that relationship with you personally to get you in the team, right? He wanted your skills to speak for itself. And when you did play, I did see you play. I remember Liam saying, "Yeah, dude, this guy named Legend is really good, but he a little bit cocky." And then when he said that, I saw what he meant. Right, your game style was completely different from everybody else. That's why. Because every time you would gun somebody, you say shitter, and like
I've always been competitive, to be honest, like my whole life. People mistake my cockiness just like with my competitiveness. I feel like I'm just a very competitive person. I think that's why I have like I'll have a lot of beef. Like even in soccer, like when we ever played soccer, like I'd have beef with other players on the other team. Like that's just how I've been. I've been super competitive my whole life. So like just coming into COD, especially like a very toxic,
it's a very toxic community.
Game, people are just, they can take me off like fast, and I'll just like, you know, I don't know. I'm just very competitive when it comes to anything, to be honest.
You join Heathens around July, about mid-July, right? And you're still with us to this day. And you know, when we transitioned from, because you started late Modern Warfare, literally the last 3 months of Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
And when you told me that, it actually shocked me, only because your skill set was completely ahead of people, even though they've been playing for a whole year. So when we spoke of Cold War and how you were going to be a captain, right? How I had my set captains back in August already. You know, we want to give each captain's identity. Right? We came up with different kind of names, and we just stuck with Lethal Esport because that's what you guys had. And then we transitioned to creating a team. You found Happy, Ari, and Seven. Tell us more on, before you retire, like what was the mindset going into Cold War, and you know, leading up to your retirement, because that happened after Cup number 3.
Yeah. So going into Cold War, when I didn't have a team, you know, it was difficult finding players, to be honest. I had like I'm not exaggerating. I had like over 100 people, you know, hit me up like, "Hey, I want to try out. Hey, we should make something happen." And it's difficult for me because like that's a lot of people that they can say they're good, but like they might not be, or people that I have no idea who they are, but they might be super good, you know. So it was definitely a difficult process. I hosted tryouts when Cold War came out. Like everyone was making their teams, dude. Like everyone was making the teams before Cold War came out, and I'm just like, I'm gonna wait. I know you remember me saying like I'm gonna wait until Cold War comes out. I just didn't really see a point in making a team. People were like, no, you got to build chemistry. I'm like, let me do my way, you know. Like this is what I think is best. So I waited until Cold War, hosted tryouts, and I remember I liked a few people. It was Mrob, Galaxer, and Spark Slice.
Yeah,
Shout out to Spark, man. He's doing work out there. But
he's been awfully quiet though. That's what scares the shit out of me, because he's been really quiet the last 3-4 days.
He might be working on something big. You never know.
Oh, he really is. He definitely is.
Yeah, but I made that roster, and we were scrimming. We would scrim here and there. And Seven, which was formerly known as Remy, I've had heard of him. I knew he was pretty good at Modern Warfare, and he had his achievements and all that. We scrimmed his team because I had been talking to him like through Twitter, and we scrimmed his team, which was Seven. It was Happy, this kid called Naive, and someone else, Sasuke or something.
Yeah.
And we scrimmed them, and we didn't do too bad. We actually beat them a couple mats. They beat us a couple mats. We smacked them in S&D. Should drop over. We smacked them in S&D, and after like I had that roster and we had to be screaming, and Happy and Seven kind of hit me up. They're like, "Yo, like I don't want to take you from your team, but we think you're good." Like, and at the time I was like this is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Like making my way up, you know, like because Happy's a great player. Happy's a really good player. Seven was really good. I knew he was good. So I was like, damn, this is something like I can't for myself. I can't just like be like, nah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, people might say I'm selfish. I know people were like upset about it, but I kind of made the decision for me because they wanted me to go to their org, and I was like, hey, like, you know, I'm part of Heathens. I really can't do that. Why don't you guys come over here? And that's when they had the conversation with you, and they want to know what it was all about. So I ended up making them come here. So it was me, Happy, and Seven. It was just three. Us three. We didn't have a fourth. So we were looking for forwards. Couldn't really like find anyone, to be honest. It was a difficult process. And we ended up scrimming Ari's team, and we would, you know, we'd play them, we'd scrim them, we'd beat them. But Ari stuck out. Like he was playing really well. And so he asked us if he could try out, or Seven hit him up or something. And then when he scrimmed with us, we liked him. We put him as main AR, and that's when that's when us four started.
That's when the domination of Lethal, from what Alejandro just said, the lethality of the team started. Because, mind you, for those listening, Lethal did Wigs season 1 and NACAL, right? NACAL season 1 as well, and they went undefeated in both leagues. Moving on to a different league, V&M, they also went undefeated. But moving on, and like starting from the beginning, it was more of you guys couldn't be stopped whatsoever. Like for some odd reason, you guys were and you guys were winning. There was only like one game where you guys went to the game 5, but everything else was 3-1, 3-0. Yeah. It wasn't even close. Those scores wasn't even close.
Yeah.
And that's when, you know, people started to take notice of who you guys were. You know,
right. Yeah.
I had different org owners hit me up about you guys. I had league owners saying like, you know, we want to get Lethal in here. Let's, you know, Lethal's doing big. You know, there's something else. They're nasty. All that kind of shit on the DMs over and over again. And then winter break happened, right? I mean, we had the fortunate event with Wigs, right? We kind of chalked that.
Right.
That was the last time we really seen Seven. No shade to Seven, but
no,
yeah, that was just his work-life balance.
Right.
You know, there was just
personal shit,
personal stuff that couldn't work out with esports.
Correct.
And that's when winter break happened, and you went away for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, right? And that kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm reaching, but that was probably one of the pivotal moments of a decision factor why you retired, because that was a long time of you not playing.
Yeah.
So people think like, oh, it's just 2.5 weeks.
That's a long time.
That's a long time, right? Because then you got to keep up your dexterity in the game, your alertness, your skill set. And if even just 3 days or 4 days not touching your controller feels different when you come back, what more with fucking 17, 20 days of literally not playing?
Right.
All right. And you came back and things was just bombarded on you. You had to play, I think, 7 games of Wigs.
I had Wigs. I had NACAL playoffs.
Yeah,
had,
all in 4 days.
V&M. I had V&M, and we had the cups.
And you had cups, right? He came back. You came back on Wednesday. I think the third or fourth, and then the cup was the 6th. And you had to get all the Wigs out, all the NACAL players out, and then do couple of VMs, and then wake up.
And no one helped me like schedule games. Like I was scheduling games all the time. Like it was all on me. Like it was my responsibility. So it was definitely a lot of stress. Right when I came back, like everyone hitting me up, like, hey, when are we gonna play? Like, hey, and I was just like I was just stressed out. Like
on top of that, it was, you know, Lethal had communication problems with certain players. Said it was taking a day or two to respond. Maybe not do 2 days, but like we needed urgent response.
Exactly.
Because we need to schedule the games. Like, hey, can you get on tomorrow? And it was taking them a while to respond. They were just, you know, and it doesn't help of the fourth that you guys had, right? You know that
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that moment in Cup number 3, I know you know what I'm talking about. That moment in S and
Search and
D,
Destroy Moscow. Yep.
that's when I knew every composure and every vibe that the whole team had disappeared because you guys had winners game for NACAL, winners finals, winners semis, and then you guys lost that, and then you
Yeah.
guys
After that, it
you
was just After that, it was just
went
downhill.
downhill because
Yeah.
you guys were up. You guys won map 1. No, you guys did you guys lose map 1 in the cup round 3?
I don't remember, to be honest, but
I think you guys lost map 1 close, but then if you guys would have won that round, you guys would have been up 4-2 in search instead of 3-3, and then that's when everything kind of shifted. And then literally at 3 a.m. in the morning, you, I, I thought you were fucking around, right? Until I read the whole thing and I was like, no shot. This guy retired at 3 o'clock in the
yeah.
morning, bro. Like,
We talking about the retirement now? Is that what's going
yeah,
on?
yeah. I mean, because
Um,
it was sudden. You know, I got caught
it,
off guard.
that's the thing. It wasn't a sudden decision I made. Like I
Mm-hmm.
know it seemed like that. Now people think I did it. Like, oh, I'm done. No, it wasn't like that at all. Honestly, I think it was something that had been progressing for a while,
When did
for
it
a
start?
really long time.
When did it start for you?
To be honest, let me think. I'd say like even when we were dominating, bro. Honestly, back then.
Why? I mean, what was the root of
There
it?
was just so many internal issues with our team that
Mm-hmm.
people really don't know about. You know, they just see like lethal, they're winning, they're winning, they're winning, but so many internal issues in a team that would just stress me the like just stress me out, dude. Like
Mm-hmm.
I would get on and I'd be like, there's gonna be some bullshit today, dude. Like there's gonna be bullshit today. And I'd get on and there was bullshit. Every single day. I'm not exaggerating. Every day there was something. Always something. So I wouldn't even have fun anymore. Like I was just like stressed out. I kind of compare it to how I was with soccer. So I played soccer my whole life. I played it at the highest level, like at a
Yeah.
really good club. Played on an MLS academy team,
Oh
like a
shit.
pre-academy team, and then guess with the academy team. And
Oh
I
shit.
played in college. And when I got to, when I was like in high school,
Mm-hmm.
like, and I was playing at a high level, I loved going to practice. Loved
Yep.
like I would get out of school, do my homework, whatever I had to do. I was like, all right, it's time to go to practice. Like it's about to be fun. When I went to college, it changed. Like the team
They
was
took the
so bad. The
they
team
took
was
the fun of it.
that took the fun out of it. Like the team was bad. Like I would go to practice and I'd be stressed out the whole practice. Like it was that bad. So
Mm-hmm.
like I would call my coach, hey coach, like I'm sick. I can't go to practice. But I wasn't sick. Like I just really didn't want to go to practice.
You were starting
And I
to
just
create that excuse to not be
exactly. And then I
okay.
was just thinking, like, dude, I used to love to go to practice.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to go to practice. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. So I kind of compared that to COD. Like I loved getting on scrim. I loved getting on, but so many internal issues in the team that I wouldn't even want to get on. Like I already knew there was gonna be so much like BS that I had to deal with that like
Mm-hmm.
it just sucked it out of me. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and shout out to my team. Like no shade. Like I love Happy. I love all of them. You know, but it was just personality issues. Like people not getting along. Like
Yeah.
all that would just stress me out, dude. And I wasn't having fun anymore. To be honest, I think that's when it started.
That's insane because people that's listening, and again, we'll find out these informations now. Is despite the success of winning multiple games, like you guys were undefeated, Wigs dominated it, right? I think you guys went 18-0 for one league. You guys went 18-0,
Mm-hmm.
and it was crazy how that all happened in that time span, right? And that's when I started to get worried when you approached me and like, dude, I don't fucking know about all this. And that's when I was like, what the fuck you mean, bro? You're winning. Like, what? Like, you guys are undefeated both leagues. You guys are dominating left and right. And what do you mean it's not working out? What does that mean? If it's not working out, that means you're not winning. But you guys are undefeated, dominating the whole thing. Every team kind of want to talk shit because they want to see your name and all that. So I don't understand, right?
Yeah.
When you took that 2 week break, when you took that 2 week break, did that make you even more not want to play anymore?
I love COD, dude. I still want to play. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna compete, dude. Like I really
Mm-hmm.
do. You know, like the night I wrote that whole thing saying I was gonna retire, like I got emotional for sure. Like I'm getting emotional right now. Like it's
Well,
stupid.
bitch, I got emotional too.
like like I want to compete, right? But
Mm-hmm.
that 2 week break that you're talking about, like
Yeah.
it wasn't that like I said, oh, Call of Duty is boring. Like
Mm-hmm.
no, it was more like it kind of made me like get back into reality. Like I had a good time, like
Mm-hmm.
being away from COD and just being with my girl, like being with her
Yeah.
family, like doing like real life stuff, you know, like
Yeah.
so I think it like made me stray away more from COD.
Yeah.
Um I was like, you know, like I want to go to work. I want to come back to my girl, hang out with her, hang out with my little brother, hang out with my parents, hang out with my family, you know, like so that was definitely another reason. Like I tell
Yeah.
everyone, there's so many reasons why I retired. It's not just one. It's not
Yeah.
just two. It's like a lot of things just brought into one. Like,
Yeah. And it was, for those who don't know, this is how Legend's schedule was back in fucking Modern Warfare. He go to work at 6, 5 or 6 in the morning. His ass would get back at 5 p.m. Dude doesn't even take an hour break. He'd get on the game, right? Because matches were at 6, matches were at 7. He'd get on and he wouldn't get off until 10. And he spends time with his girl from 10 to whenever he can and repeat that whole process for like an entire fucking week. And it's like that work ethic alone shows that this guy really wanted to do something for Call of Duty. It's just sometimes it's in that perspective, right? Right. It's that fuck, man. I don't know if this is sustainable anymore. Grinding this out and losing time with your lady, losing time with your family and friends,
mm-hmm.
is that really all worth it?
Yeah,
Right. And so that's, I mean, when you made that post, there was a part of me. Give me a second. Give me a second.
you're good.
And then it's there was a portion of me that I knew the root of it, and I understood why you left. The moment you did, I was like, "There's no way in hell that it's about a game. It's not about his game. It's not about his skill set. There has to be a more personal reason, and for us to now know why.
Right.
Would it have helped if we had kind of the setting the way Optic had, where in between scrims and games we would do content, real life content where me, you, Isaiah, and Alan would do a challenge outside. We go hang out, do some Call of Duty shit or thing, and then come back and play. Would that have helped with you competing?
I mean, maybe like I said, it like logically speaking, yes, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm repeating a lot. It's there's too many reasons. Like
Yeah.
it's not just one. You know, like it was my mental health. It was my physical health.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I played soccer my whole life. I've been fit
Mm-hmm.
my whole life, and you know, ever since COVID started, like I gained a few pounds. Like I'm not as healthy as I was. I don't sleep as much. My mental health is the whole stress about in game, out of game. Like I can say all the reasons right now. Like the whole thing. Like I'm living at my parents. Like I need a job. I need to work. Um, you know, my parents haven't really been for video games, so like I never had that like support, you know what I mean? So like
Mm-hmm.
there's just so much, to be honest, that like I said, it wasn't a sudden decision I made. It was just kind of all right, maybe this is what I got to do type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Will we? I mean, you did come back for a game or two, but will we ever see Legend again? Because I always say, like, you know, the alias name of gamer name is that's their identity in the game, right? That's why I differentiate Legend and Game, because I'm more personal with Game,
all right.
right? I look at it as Legend is more transactional. It's more of owner to player, but me and Gabe is more friends, right? So we know there's going to be more Gabe in Heathens for sure.
Right.
But will we see Legend again?
In the competitive COD, like specifically competitive COD?
No, just competitive in general.
I don't know about competitive COD.
In general,
still stream. Like Legend is still streaming, you know. Like I'm still gonna play Warzone. I'm gonna stream. I'll do 8s. Like I'm still gonna be Legend, you know. Like I'm still gonna try to create content. I'm still gonna do all this, do all that. But like being on a team for leagues and COD, I really don't know. I can't say yes and I can't say no because all the in-game issues that also affected my retirement is still gonna be there. So much toxicity, so much like egotistical people. Like it's just a lot, man. Like people don't understand. Like I don't know. It's a lot. So I really don't know if I'll ever play competitive COD, but I for sure will still be competing somehow. I'm a competitive person, you know. I'm doing a Warzone tournament soon. Like I'm still gonna, you know, just maybe Face Swag is hosting a tournament for a free car. So I'm about to win that free car.
Wait, when is this?
February 5th, I think.
February 5th, next Friday? Next Saturday.
Something like that, yeah. So it's a 2-day tournament and solos Warzone. I think I could take it, so we'll see. I need a car. That would be huge. If I got a car, dude, that'd be huge. I think I'd come back to competing. I'm not gonna lie, because I'd have a job.
With Warzone and stuff, would you, with all the cheating and with the hacking, or is it custom?
That's the thing about COD. Yeah, it's a custom lobby. Okay. And everyone has to stream. Everyone has to have the task manager on. Like, there's gonna be no hackers. But COD is just with the whole. That's another reason, dude. The cheating, man. It's a big reason why I retired. I can sit here and accuse people of cheating, and they could be. You never know. Like, it's such a stressful thing. Like, I've played against players and I'm like, there's no way this kid's this good. Like, who are you? I don't even know you. So, like, that's another big thing. Like, there's people that could be making it big and they're cheating. Like, it's so easy to hide that people don't understand. Like, people think it's like, oh, it's black and white. Like, oh, if you're cheating, we're gonna know. No, like, there's probably people cheating out there that make it like less obvious. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's even with Warzone, dude. I'll get in the lobby and I died a hacker 95% of the time. Like, it's bad.
Where do you stand now when it comes to now you're seeing the competitive aspect from a bystander, from a third person view? Do you think you made the right decision of leaving the game? Or are you like, there's some part that when you see others play, when you see other Heathens play in a comp setting like the Cup yesterday, is that urge still there?
Absolutely. I definitely want to play, like I said. Especially seeing like Lethal win V&M, which I think if I would have stayed would have won. Like that's
regardless, you would have won.
Yeah, like you know, like I'm pretty never mind. But yeah, I was gonna say something you said, but I don't know who's gonna be watching this. Like, I mean, what I'm gonna say, the reason why you put us in that tourney is because you knew we were gonna win it. Pretty much, is what. You told me. No, for sure. So we knew, like, if I stayed, I knew we were gonna win it. So seeing them win that, I was like, I wanted to win that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, not even for the money, just like to win, bro. To like, win. Exactly. Like, we didn't win Wigs, we didn't win NACAL. Like, NACAL should have been ours. Like, so I was just like,
Wigs should have been yours.
Good for them. Like,
Wigs should have been yours.
Yeah.
Wigs should have been yours. That was chalk in the most unfortunate way. NACAL literally should have been yours, but because of what happened in Cup number 3, it just ruined the whole vibe. Yeah. Wigs, you guys would have won Wigs season 2, but then you ended up leaving, and everything else was like kind of a filling spot for Happy. And then V&M, you guys would have won that regardless. And we finally had the matchup that we wanted, which was you guys against Heathens.
I wanted to play in that so bad.
It was. I already spoke. Like, I mean, I'm not taking the credit away from Lethal, but we know that wasn't the best form for Heathens. Oh, right. They've been playing for a couple hours. They were already they weren't really not having it anymore, and they just had to play that match. And I kept telling V&M, I'm like, bro, like, we could have just played this tomorrow. But anyways, it just
right.
It was just unfortunate to see you go. And I think everyone feels that way. Everyone wants you to come back. Everyone wants to see you play once more. But in a more personal level, we all understand, especially your brother, Isaiah, myself. We all understand why you left and why you decided to keep being where you are and not having the urge to come back. Now, now that you're not playing anymore, you are doing more content. When we see each other, which is going to be sooner than later for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Will you still, are you going to be down doing the ideas that Isaiah, dude, Isaiah had, this dude was driving home from work or whatever, and he had a whole list of ideas. He literally wrote it down, a whole list of all the shit that we could be doing in real life. And I looked at it, I was like, we just need a spot. I'll bring both of my cameras, both of my tripods. We can make this shit happen the way that it just, I guess
I'm down for it.
I'm just blessed and lucky that majority or a good portion of Heathens
is here.
Here, which was uncalled for. And not uncalled for. It was just out of nowhere.
Like coincidence. Like,
when you said that you were in Petaluma, no, it was Alan first who said that he was in Petaluma, and then when I found out you guys were brothers, that's when I was like, wait, so is Gabe also in Petaluma? He's like, yeah, and then Maya said he was. Isaiah said he was. Trey, I was like, bro, hold on. We could do so much shit together. Even if it's just us five or us four majority of the time.
We can, dude. And we will.
We will, because I kind of have no choice because that's where my wife works. So we had to drive there regardless.
Bro, everything happens for a reason, dude.
Right?
I'm telling you. Like,
we have more time to do all this shit. And it's like, if you were to stay competitive, you definitely would have just practiced. We probably would have had like 1 to 5 practicing and doing scrims. But now that you're open and free, we could definitely do one of his challenge was spicy challenge.
The spicy noodle challenge?
No, it's just spicy challenge, and he was like, "Gabe will win this." I was like, "What's the point of playing if we know who's gonna?" I'm gonna tap out pretty fast. Because apparently you love spicy food and you can tolerate it.
I can't eat without spice, like without hot sauce. Like I can't.
You know those chicken wings, the chicken hot sauce, like the hot wings.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely do that. Go to Wingstop or Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings has their own challenge, so I mean that's good concept. It's called the Blazing Challenge. Like you have to eat like 10 blazing wings in like a minute or something. I don't know, but it's if you eat them, you don't pay for them. You get them for free.
Legend versus Wings. I would pay to see that shit. I'd pay. Actually, I'd pay for it if you don't make it. Let's not throwing ideas in public.
That's Isaiah though. He always wants to do something. Like
he does.
He's been my best friend for like forever. So like I know how he is. He always comes up with ideas. Like he's always like, let's go do this, let's go do that, and I'm just like,
with being him, the creative producer, and I made it for a reason because he had a lot of ideas that we definitely could do together. It's majority of things he said is not going to cost us a kidney. Literally, we would do Heathens versus 500 McNuggets. I mean, God fucking shit. Like 100 McNuggets each person. We got to finish it in under 30 minutes. I mean, it just so many things.
So many things we could do.
So many things. We can have the other people from SAC, the Apex boys. There's 3 of them over there. We can all meet together in one area and just do some competitive shit. And it's cool, man. And then what I was telling Alejandro is I'm always grateful. I never expected to be in a position that we are in today. But our relationship between myself and you, myself and everybody else, kind of it just grew beyond. And that was what I wanted in the first place, right? Where we create a relationship that goes beyond what happens if we're gone. Which is, It happens, right? You're retired. If this was a different situation where I didn't get to know who you are and we didn't get to become friends,
I wouldn't talk.
You probably wouldn't talk. You'd probably not be a heathen still. You'd leave.
Right.
You wouldn't get in contact with anybody else, but you're the one that you know in real life. And it's just that, right? Those are the next steps. So to lock it down to finish up the podcast. What's next for you? What's next for Gabe? In the next,
I just got a job.
2021. Oh shit, where?
It's called National. Damn, I don't even know what it's called. It's NAOA, National Academy of Sports or some shit. I don't know, something like that. It's just like we're just gonna be like directors for like we're gonna be working with kids,
Nice.
like sports. So like not a coach, but like a coach that just like teaches them everything, every sport. You know, it's like for kids. So I'm gonna be doing that. I think I'm gonna find another job just because that's not a lot of hours. It's the hourly wage is are you gone? Hello?
No, I'm here.
MJ? I think we lost MJ.
No, I'm here. Wait, hello?
I think we lost him. Left.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know I was on the internet. I mean, the last thing you said was the NA, getting a job and hourly wage stuff.
Yeah, and I want to get another job and just save up for a car, save up for an apartment. I live with my girls, so I'm trying to find a place for us. Just prioritize more of those things. And, I'll still be playing. Like, I love video games. I'll still be playing. Just not as much, just focus on saving up for me and my girl, my life, her life. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll be playing Warzone tournament. If that pops off, if I win that, I might, focus all on Warzone, grow my fan base on there, grow my following on there. You just never know. I'm up for everything. I think whatever comes my way, I'll just go with it, and like I said, we'll be doing content. So I think you'll see a lot more of me there. I think we'll be making some Heathens content. So yeah,
Hey man, I know for a fact whatever it is you're gonna do, especially with Warzone and focusing on yours and Leah's, you're going to achieve whatever you're gonna achieve. Only because I know your work ethic. I know what kind of person you are. You dedicating your craft in Call of Duty with whatever I said a while ago of you just playing, coming back from work, spending time, repeat and rinse and repeat. You just put that time and effort to whatever it is you're doing, you're going to manifest the things that you want. And I always believe that, right? The shit that you say out loud, if you can say it out loud, you believe it. If you believe it, you can make it happen. Those are the things, right? And then, it's going to be dope seeing that shit grow, right? I honestly think if you go for Warzone, that'd be dope, right? We're personally, the team is personally missing Warzone content. Like we don't have Warzone content, which is fucking crazy because that game is so popular.
Right.
So it'd be dope. I mean, if send them clips your way. I mean, my way.
I have so many clips, bro. I can send you right now, dude. Like,
let me give you the
email them. Yeah, send me that because I've never put anything in there. I don't think.
yeah, because then it was with Lethal and the Cold War. But dude, send Warzone, bro. We're missing Warzone content so bad.
I have some clips for you, bro.
Fuck. But hey, man,
a little montage or something.
Fucking, I appreciate you for taking the time of doing this. People get to know who you are a little bit more. For those listening, either via in podcast or in video, you're watching this right now. Legend is not going anywhere when it comes to being Heathens. He'll always be one, no matter where we are, from a tier 3 to a tier 1 org, making money or millions or whatever. He'll always be a part of it. Unless he does some dumb shit. That's a different story. But as always, man, he's always going to be part. He's one of the OGs, been here since July. Like a baby Heathens at 2 months old of an org. He's been a part of it till now, and he's still making noise until now. And like he said, you'll see more of him in person, right? In real life shit, you'll see myself, him, and other people, other Heathens, in a more personal way. And this is the start of you getting to know me, getting to know Legend, getting to know other Heathen members. Hey, we'll see how he does with Warzone. We're always gonna support him. We're gonna throw up his stream. We always throw up his stream all the time, only because people always want to see who he is. But I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. I just want to say Heathens is up next, man. Like, especially with this content thing we're doing, dude.
Hey, man.
I think the big reason why it's special, like to me, is because you know, like how people have like their family, like their girl, their family, and then they have like separate family that's like their job friends or like you know, like other friends. Like for me, it's all like my girls and Heathens, my brothers and Heathens, my other brothers and Heathens. Like they're mixed, so I think it makes it like very special to me that like I know it's gonna be like long term. Like I know, like it's just
that's the thing, man. Like it's
grinding for sure.
It's more on now built on a different foundation, and so doing things now, it's a lot more fun. It's not transactional content. It's more of like, all right, man, what's the next fun thing we're gonna what's the fun thing we're gonna do next? Right? We go hiking, what can we do in the hike? Right? It's just more of those things that's going to make that's what makes the whole organization special because of that relationship we had. You guys played with the Valorant team last night, which is phenomenal. The Valorant team said they had a lot of fun playing with you guys because they got to know who you guys are. You know, not just COD separating with content, separating with Valorant, but more like, okay, we're just one. You know, we
and
get to do our thing.
Like that's all because of you though. Like the reason why we're so like family oriented is because of you. Like to be honest, like you're the one that implemented that. Like any other org owner doesn't do that. Like it was just you, dude. To be honest, like the way you deal with every single person on the org, the way you interact with them, like you're not just the boss or like the org owner. Like you're a friend to. I think you're a friend to a lot of us. So like definitely you make us all come close together as well, and I think that's huge. Like, but
oh man, I appreciate that honestly because I was mentored by a couple of people to not be that. I guess that what you explain of just owner and then the employees or whatever. It just I always said if I take care of my team, the team will take care of the org. That's just how it is. I've always believed that. It's always going to be like that. So if I can make you guys feel welcome, feel warm, feel at home, you guys will do your part, and everything just kind of trickle down, right? And things are coming along, right? But we're just never going to get satisfied. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be doing. It's going to be exciting, and I'm very glad to be here with all of you, right? Yeah. So more episodes coming, more Heathens. You guys will meet, we have Gabe Legend as the first guest. We'll have more. You guys will also get to know Leah, Alan, Isaiah, all of these people. You guys will get to know who they are, what they do, who they are in game, who they are outside, what do they do besides gaming. So you guys have a more personal relationship with them rather than like you seeing them play a video game. But I appreciate you, bro. You have a great fucking week. We'll see each other. I don't know if I'm going home tonight, but hopefully tomorrow. Let's get some Valorant in, bro. That shit's fun as fuck.
It is, bro. It's difficult, but it's fun.
It's fun. Sure. Yeah. All right, man. Have a great fucking Sunday, brother.
Thank you for having me, bro. We'll be talking soon. Appreciate it.